Hi, welcome to the stream. So, this is episode 13, and I'm awfully unprepared as always. So, let's have a look. We did go through a bunch of friendlies. We will have one more friendly against Mix, and then we'll face Manyong City as the first match of the season. And afterwards, apparently there's the cup competition. Cool. So, what we will do today is, first and foremost, I guess I will need to make up on the good promise that we will have a look at the set pieces part prior to Mies reminding me of doing it. So we will do that right now. I think we were at free kick somewhere. Shooting range. We didn't do the wide part, did we? Currently no counter attackers here. That's fine. That's always good. And on the attacking side, so my thought process here is defend it well, sure. Track a few players, yeah, that's also fine. And form a wall. And I think all of this has been set up already. Doesn't matter much. I think we did that last time. I do set it up on the fly. I have no plan for this. Yeah, and to be honest, I think I should adapt this throughout the season. So we will need to see what happens and why. Defensive line, deep, balanced, and high. Well, in general, in our tactic, we go with a deep defensive line. So why don't you work? So I guess on the defensive side, we could also go with a deep defensive line to bait them. Very close to the goal, though. I think baiting them is still the best chance we have. So that would be wide free kicks. Let's also have a look at the takers for a second. Takers wide. Parsley, Roslan as a defender, that makes sense, and Vicky, yeah. But none of their free kick taking is any good, but I don't think we have a player in the squad that has really good free kick taking that is out wide. Well, Ancon is probably one of the better ones, with a whole whopping 6 points, so we'll keep it as it is, I think. Yeah, and just looking at the ones from deep. That's somewhat alright. So he will usually play on the wing. These two belong in central midfield, well, defensive midfield. And he's a midfielder too, so from deep that makes sense. From the left side, this is a winger. This defender. And Roslan is also a wide defender. Doesn't matter much though. He will probably never take those. That's alright. Attacking towards the near post. It feels like we've been here. Maybe I did that last time, not sure. But overall, this is okay. There's... So, I guess we'll save this as free kicks wide. Then the ones from deep. That does sound alright, more or less. our box threats are pretty bad. So I'd argue one of those should probably lurk. Wait. Should probably lurk outside the area. Because our box threats are not that impressive in general. So I'd rather for them to be creators and to recover a little bit. You know, possession. So there's that. Can we tell him to stay back under any circumstances? No, we can't. So problem is we don't know if these guys should go forward or lurk outside the area. Depends on their attribute profile. So I'd rather not instruct him to do anything in particular, I guess. We'll have one lurking outside and one going forward. I think defensive properties are still more important than the odd chance of scoring a goal. So preferably we will not concede from this situation. That's the most important for me. Still aiming for the near post. I think we'll probably go for the best header. Yeah, we have decent aerial threats, so there's not an argument not to do that, I think. So that's free kick deep. And on the defensive side, still going with the deeper line. 2 players staying forward, 2 players tracking for... Well, from deeper positions, it should be easier to defend. I don't think I have much of a problem with that. The thing is, I can't really judge. So, I'll just save this as... Obviously, the names are all over the place now, but it doesn't matter much. So, we'll do it like this, and then I'll save all of these. What's with throw-ins? Okay. So... That's actually hard. I don't know. Who are the throw-in takers? This is not configured here. Where is it? Not here either. Well, it will probably be the fullback. So, my suspicion is our throw-in takers are really bad. Yeah, they are. Like, the long throw is 5. On the right side, it will not be much better. No, it's horrible. So, seen from that perspective, I think retaining possession is the most likely scenario for them to be able to reach their man, right? So, we'll do that. We'll retain possession here. In the defensive third as well as in the other ones, I guess. We'll always try to retain possession first and foremost, because from build-up play we stand a much higher chance. Nah. We'll always try to work it into the box. And the defensive setup here, that does seem reasonable to me too. Maybe we will not work with that many counter-attackers, maybe, I don't know. We'll need to figure this out on the fly. So if anyone if we concede a goal, for example, or if something goes wrong within the next friendly, we can have a look at that and can figure out what happened and if we want to change that. So there's that. Also, I have one of these here. It says I should try to ask for coaches. So let's have a look at that. Never forget to ask for coaches. Here we go. Also, I definitely still want a set piece coach. Do we have a performance analyst? Yeah, we do. So that's fine. We could use a sports scientist too. Still want one. So that's what I'm asking for today. Let's hope it turns out fine. And then apparently there's not much time left. So we'll do this friendly. Probably play all of those that aren't sharp yet. And then we'll see. So, what's new with you, Mies? Anything in particular throughout the week that happened that you were, I don't know, excited about or too much? Well, it's the weekend now. So hopefully you can chill a little bit. That it is, yeah. We have snow outside. It's really weird. I'm confused. We do not get a set piece coach. We do not get a sports scientist either. I guess I want to discuss this with the board. Yeah, well, okay. I guess we don't get one. That said, we get a coach. So we can hire an additional coach, which means now we can decide if one of these categories is really important. For example, well, for example, we can compensate for the really shitty coaching by Jaron Ullet. I hope he hears this at some point. No. Sure. Sure. Hierarchy says choo choo and then there's nothing. Yep. There's a few players that support me and a ton of players that have no real opinion of me. That might be due to the short time frame, but it might also be due to them being unhappy with the management. We'll see that here. He's unhappy with training due to learning a new position. So say we don't do that until he becomes accomplished. Say we put him on central defender instead. So now his unhappiness is gone immediately. That'll help. He's concerned with high volume of quickness training. What the hell? Well, that will probably go away by itself. Same here. Same here. There is no high volume of quickness training. It might have to do with the physical training. So these will go away, and afterwards, probably most of them should have no complaints anymore. So that's not bad. Also, looking at the coaching, I'm coming back to this. So what's most important here? Obviously, we will go for a bargain if we can get one. Nobody's complaining about the standard of the goalkeeping coaching, are they? Alright. High volume of quickness training. Had been unhappy with the high volume of quickness training. all about the volume of quickness training. And he had been happy with, yeah, the new position. We knew that. So the stuff with the quickness training should go away. My assumption now is we go for a coach that is basically good in tactical coaching. We need somebody that can do tactical defending or attacking or whatever. Doesn't matter much which one. So let's see if we can get a coach. Hi, welcome to the stream. It's totally fine, thank you very much. Let me guess, you're here to sell art. That's usually how it works. Well, going back to... Where was I? I wanted to sign stuff. So, let's look for stuff that is good in tactical coaching. Alright, this is all the coaches we can get. Well, probably because usually people are. So, I don't know. Maybe the market is saturated and there's not really a clientele to be had here. That's usually how it works. It has been so much lately that my actual viewers start to mock the situation, I guess. So one of the regular viewers started to troll around trying to sell digital art, even though he doesn't do any art. So there's that. That's how much this occurs on streams. Coaching attributes. So we want somebody that is technically no, we want somebody that is tactically gifted. That one. I guess, for example, this one. Or the others. So what does bring you to the channel, though, Miss Natalia Stone? It's better, isn't it? This should be 31 points, and this is less. So he's the better one of the two. From a mental perspective, at least, and the rest is pretty similar. My HR skills. Yeah. Sure. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Mies, but sure. Yeah, we cannot do that. We need an actual coach. Let's get back to this for a second. How much do we pay our other coaches? I realize what HR is, thanks. It's about why would I, well, virtually, well, I guess in Football Manager my HR skills are tolerable. In real life, though, I'm probably not the one to talk about this. I have no idea what's going on in real life. So we paid him 75 and 80. Alright. Let's see if we can get this out of this person too. Say, we start with 70. For the remainder of the year, why not? Okay, he still wants 95. So we'll do 75. Nope. 80? I think we can force him into 80. That would be fine. Also, apparently Miss Stone was not here for my human resources skills. Or the lack thereof. Sad. It's fun feedback though. Why every streamer stay in this? Ah, seems like we're not alone. Well, given that this is still processing, I think I I realize I've been on the stream for like 20 minutes, but I still need to get out for a second, and I'll be back in like seriously 30 seconds. No ads either. Don't want to do that. So BRB. Alright, where was I? So you just told me you should let the under 21 and under 19 set up friendlies for your unsharp players to play. True. My biggest concern with this is sometimes the assistant manager decides to set up a friendly for 50k. That doesn't earn shit. Also, I think we're fine looking at this. Looks like they will have some matches. Training overall, though, is weird. Did I just move the match? Okay. Not sure if I did. Well. So, something like this will probably work, doesn't matter much. Yeah, we got it all, I think. So, you still think we need to set up friendlies for the under 21s, though? Was this the next week? Fixtures. Says here, they play every Thursday now. So, I guess it's alright. €1. What? What Dion's cool guy? Dion Cool's guy. I'm confused. That might have been in the middle of work or something. Give me a second. Oh. Well, I just thought to myself, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm not sure what to say about this. Like, there's a Malaysian somewhere. Okay. I see why you sent him to me, but whatever. What's a nationality anyway? If it were not for the league rules, I wouldn't care about nationalities, to be honest. So it's just a classification for a person, I guess. Also, I think I received a message actually in the middle of work or something. I had something going on at that point, so it's not. Don't interpret it as whatever. I didn't want to answer you or something. Just sometimes that happens. Usually that happens actually. I usually have stuff going on. Just how it is. Okay, captaincy for the next season. You got any recommendations for that? Well, Chuch is pretty old, so him being captain is probably not the worst choice. That said, there's other people in the squad that have really decent leadership, but no teamwork whatsoever. Uh, Preferably, I'd like somebody to be captain that plays the entire season. Who would that be? Carrier, I guess. No. One of the older ones. Ismavi's leadership is inexistent. Ankun's leadership is 9 and his teamwork is 7. That's not too bad, is it? So, he's 23 though. Yeah, well, it is. By the way, I didn't look up the schedule for this weekend. So, most important question, when does Stuttgart play? It is not today. It's tomorrow, 18:30, against Werder Bremen. And I think Dortmund plays on Sunday? It does. Ooh, Dortmund in Leverkusen. Interesting. I'll probably watch that, if not for some random stream going on. Yeah, alright. So, where was I? Under 21s are set up. Captaincy. I was talking about the captaincy. So I think Ankun is probably a decent choice. He's not old enough, but he probably should be on the pitch most of the time, as long as he's with the club. And given that he's on 230 euros a week, I think we'll keep him. He will not be sold anytime soon. So we make him captain. Is he an important player? He's not a really good personality, sadly. He's not even an influential player. Man. Why? Where the hell is he? Oh, here he is. Um, okay. So he's just a balanced player, this is sad. On the other hand, he is a star player, so that's alright. I think we'll keep Chucho as a vice cap. And we'll use Ankun actually. If I can find him. Leadership was 9 here. As a vice cap. He has a decent combination of leadership and teamwork. He's not the best leader in the squad by any stretch of the imagination, but he'll be on the pitch. And I cannot be sure about all of the others from that perspective. Maybe we want to have a look at susceptibility to injury. Yeah, above average. That's not great, but I think it's still okay. So you got an opinion on that? You probably want me to make Thomas the captain, come to think of it, right? Not really. All right. So this is also pretty bad from the perspective of influence on the remainder of the squad. I would want, like, I'm not really considering making Thomas or Dicky captains of the club. That said, if I could have a resolute or a fairly professional player being captain of the club, that would obviously be better, because being captain of the club promotes them in hierarchy, and then they are more influential. So I want that. But at the current situation, in the current situation, I think we'll keep it as it. Staff numbers, we get an additional coach. Yeah, we knew. That's okay. We will still play him as a ball-winning midfielder, though. We just wanted him to stop complaining. That's all there is to it. Also, maybe his performances in training go up now. Blah blah. They all think they should do more strength training. That's the under 21s. Same here. Summary to inbox. So what's with the under 21s training? Here it is. There is not that much strength training. That I agree. So I don't know. Let's do a physical session here. And afterwards, this will settle by itself because preseason will be over. Sure, you do some strength training here. It really doesn't matter much. I really hope we can get off to a good start in the season. Expectation is mid-table. I'm not sure if I subscribe to that. One in progress. For a 17-year-old. Well, not sure. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's a possibility, sure. Realistic, don't know. There's always a certain part about all of this that is somewhat random. And on top of it, player morale has been a bit spotty. So I'd argue it's probably better to not be too hopeful, I guess. We'll see. Obviously, everybody wants you to say, we can make it. But in reality, maybe understatement is the way to go here. Let's just wait. I'm also quite interested in the financial results of this season. So obviously, I cannot skip forward throughout the entirety of the season. But we did do a lot of good to the wage budget. So that should show in club finance. There's some coaching advice here. Well, I don't think he needs individual training. He just doesn't. Because the metals go up by themselves and the rest of his attributes are in decline. He needs to train at all, so that's fine. Roslan, well, it says here his endurance should improve, I guess. On the other hand, well, I guess it really does. So let's give him some endurance training. That said, if he doesn't get match practice, he will be emergency backup at best. He should be put on technique training. Why? That's handling, composure, and technique. So his handling is totally fine. Composure is really bad, that's true. And technique isn't much better, but not really important. I guess it's about the bad composure. I don't think it's worth the effort. I just don't think it's worth the effort. I'd rather for him to train on his goalkeeping attributes. For him, Taib to be added to the professional group. Let's see. The professional group, if we add Taib, chances are he will influence the rest of the squad somewhat, or the rest of the group somewhat. I'd rather not do that, in particular given that he's 21 and Dicky is in the group, who is... no, he's 22 and Dicky is 21. That's the way it is. So let's not do that. Coaching assignments. Mohammad. No, we will have a look at this immediately. Like, right after the signing. And I will not train weak feet. It subtracts from whatever experience they get in match. So I'd rather develop their attributes. If I can. I think a weaker foot is not that hard. Down here. It's not that important. We're in a region where having a weak foot is pretty common. So we'll do this additional friendly. just as a last, I guess playtest is the wrong word. We'll do this additional friendly, so we can play those players that are still unsharp. Or in case first team players need sharpness, we'll put them in here too. And then we'll see. I hope we progress somewhat in the cup. And hopefully there's also spectators in the stadium in the cup matches. If there's nobody watching, I really can't be bothered. But I hope there's people that follow along. Alright. Recommend assigning here, and he can do... I want a tactical though. Well... Okay, let Charanella do the tactical defending. And the new guy can do tactical possession training as well as tactical attacking. Yeah, we'll do it like this. For some weird reason, the workload is very different for the coach. Depending on which of the two is combined, so whatever. We'll do it like this. So now the goalkeepers will probably start complaining, but the rest is more or less okay. Also, Charon Audit has some time to work on his skills. Not bad. It should help with the training. Okay. So, do we want this poacher? Nope. Don't think so. Are there any other players that... Not really. Just thought maybe there's somebody that we will need to join the club, but it really doesn't. There's no potential here. Or no good potential anyway. He's not that bad. That said, we still have better. Apparently not much better, but a little bit. Okay. I guess we'll criticize his training. Don't want to set up targets just yet, in particular on the strikers. On the strikers, I'm somewhat undecided. I think we can play both, and I'm not sure yet which one's the better one. Also, apparently we need that friendly for all of these. So some of them are on the heavy match load though. So we'll rotate a little bit and then we'll focus on Man Young actually. Will be pretty interesting to see how the season goes. We have a concept. We have a secondary and a third tactic. So we're somewhat prepared. We do not have our best striker anymore. What's going on with him? Oh, that's undone. Never mind. Here's... I guess Hasnan is better adapted tactically, so that's not bad. But the remainder of the squad is, in aggregate, should be tolerable. So, as you said, top half. I guess I'm given the going for understatement, I would say mid-table. But if we turn out to be top half, no problem. Well, he's gone. Okay, team selection. So, these two are on a heavy match load. I'd rather not have them in the starting 11. Who knows? Um, I do not have a strong opinion on that. We'll see. In the end, what matters on the pitch. No. In the end, what happens on the pitch does matter. So, I'm not sure yet. We'll just have to wait. Carry is on the heavy match load. So, we'll play the free. Why not? And also, Thomas and Chuchu need to go. Where the hell is our attacking midfielder? Aib? As well as for Chuchu, well, that's somebody on the left, so I guess RC it is. We do play against 4-4-2 with grayed out players, so there's not much to be done there. We can keep this. Why not? And, well, the question is Roslan or Dicky? I guess Roslan is the better player, but Marston is probably the one that would start, right? Yeah. We are to start Marston, even though his positioning is really bad. But apparently, nobody wants to win this friendly. Okay. Well, at least Kalahara-san seems to be alright with this. Let's go. First long ball of the match. So it does seem like we do well with the defending so far, intercepting the ball. Some of these situations. What's with his Mavi? He's frustrated by being encouraged. Okay. The rest seems to be a little bit happier or whatever. Ankun. Will he take the long shot? No. Splatters off the boots of the defender, sadly. He's not in a good mood. Short throw. Ankun. Not Hussein. Hussein. If that was considered to be a long ball for Hasnan, I think it was very optimistic. More Hussein. I don't know why Kalai-Hara-san is such a complicated name for me. Kalai-Hara-san not that hard to pronounce, is it? Oh, that's a nice dribble by Paip. And it hit the post. And apparently the striker wasn't able to wrap up the job. So we will need to do it later. Harsey taking the corner. That is as instructed. Unsuccessful though. Harsey is Mavi. Oh, deflect. Ankun takes the corner. Is Mavi, that's over the goal. But it's alright overall. Good tackle, Asnan. What will the poacher do? That's a short, simple pass. That makes sense. Mavi. Ankun. Baru. Not going down the wing. Kalai-Hara-san. Baru. Nice. Nice! Just what we intended. He didn't hit the byline. And it was more of a pass than a cross, I think. Have a look at this again. Yeah. It could be considered a low cross. Not sure. I'm sure some expert will explain the distinction to me at one point, but it's more or less a pass. And this is exactly what we intended, right? So that worked. It says he whipped across it, but I wouldn't be sure if this was a whipped cross though. Doesn't feel like it. It was just a decent pass in the end. Asnan though, put it in the back of the net. That's what we pay him for. Well, the defending isn't great, but it's alright so far. They'll have another corner. Morris and Mohamed exchange passes. Now balls with pick. Whatever the name of the central defender was. And Safri's header was not really required. But I guess goalkeepers knew. It will take some time until they are accustomed to each other. At least I think it's ideal. Doesn't he? Still Ahmad. Good save. Car9, Yustov. And that should be outside. Okay. So, if this is the most threatening they get, that is still somewhat threatening from a grayed out player team, I think. But overall, I think we can be pretty happy with the performance so far. That missed header though. Ouch. True. 23% possession is pretty damn low though. That's true. What's the problem with it though? I guess we should be happy, given that we scored and have a lot more chances. Could also be they just retain possession much more. Well done, Ankun. Asnan. Took the shot immediately. I mean, I guess. Possession is really damn low for us. So what would you do about it? Work the ball into the box, maybe? Might come at the detriment of some penetration, though. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, too. So, I'll just go balanced. For fun. I probably won't do that in the first league game, but I expect the first league game to happen with much more pressure on us. Does the do cross himself? RC. No additional cross. Well, ball for is Mavi. Mazarin. Ankun. Mazarin again. That's not a cross. And then we lose the ball. Win ball back. Barus skips past his marker. Decent cross. And that header wasn't that bad, was it? I'm disappointed we've had little possession so far. Things have to improve. I think I'll go with this. Yeah. It is a criticism. Well, yeah. On the other hand, it was pretty close. So, a bad header can always happen. Yeah, instructed to go down. Ankun. So from that perspective, this is also a bad header. The cross was way astray though. I was hoping for a little bit more. For a second at least. Ankun is Mavi. RC. Same here. Cross from a slightly deep direction. Ankun, that's nice. Baru hits the post. RC and Hasnan. Alright. So, I guess at least against grayed out players, Hasnan is able to hit the back of the net after all. That's not too bad. Headshot. And I think the goalkeeper's reaction in this situation, well, let's just say I'm lucky he's not on our team. Possession stats didn't change much. Being at 32 now. And that probably has to do with them playing the ball around at this pace in these areas. I'm not even sure if I want to complain about this. It doesn't matter much. We are going down the wings, yes. We play against 4-2-3-1 right now. So I think that makes sense. Another corner. With the possession, yeah, maybe. On the other hand, apparently it does help with the goal scoring, so... Possession in itself is not what we're going for, right? That was offside, wasn't it? Yeah. If, to be honest, if we have 35% possession throughout the entirety of the season, but we get results like this one, so far at least, I probably won't complain. Sure, from a defensive perspective, some possession is fine. Ankun, Taib. Well, that could have ended up in the back of the net, really. Finishing is 6. Yes, I let them play a little bit more, quite explicitly. I want some of them to be borderline sharp at least, prior to the match. None of these were on heavy load, so can let that happen, I think. Masrain, Ankun, Masrain again, Ankun again. Ankun with a cross. Baru's not a natural header, it seems. Baru. Or jumper. Ankun. Dean. Alahara-san. That's an easy possession pass. Fine. Baru. For the keeper. Avi. Possession increased quite a bit. I'm not sure if it has to do with the balance though. 37% is still pretty low though. Baru was looking for a pass, I think. There's a cross. Oh no. He hurt himself. Baru with yet another cross. Last night was 3. RC. Taib makes sure that Thomas gets a place on the pitch, I think. He had his chance. What's... I'm always confused if the order is all jumbled up all of a sudden. And it happens all the time, it seems. Okay, Baru needs to come off. So we'll play the 30-something-year-old. We can probably sub off everyone. Sophie was the defensive one? Yes. Suleiman... Chuchu is under heavy match load, so I'd rather not if I can avoid it. That said, we probably can't. He'll be on the pitch. Same as Rajili. Who is the faster one of the strikers? If I recall correctly. And now half of the squad will be annoyed because they wanted to stay on the bench. By the way, how many importers are here? 106. Well, that. Mokhtar. Lemon. Coffee for Chuchu. Where do we go? Oh. Well, 4 points of finishing definitely showed. That said, from that distance, you can probably hit the back of the net. Roslan with a corner. Mokhtar. And that hit the bar, apparently. Looked like it was saved by the keeper, I'm not sure. Yeah, but that's the aggregate for the entirety of the 90 minutes. So, the possession within the last 10 minutes pretty high in comparison. It also said somewhere in between that they don't close down as much anymore. So it might have to do with that. I also put on work ball into the box at some point. So it can be a few things overall. That said, still might be the balanced approach, obviously. Interesting attempt at goalkeeping. Everybody's struggling with the pace of the match. Okay. With the exception of those that are motivated. We'll just go with the other tactic. We don't really need the goals, but it's not like they pose much of a threat right now. Or at all. They shouldn't. And I want to see what can go wrong, also. If we can score another 3 goals, that's fine. If we concede one, that's fine too. Won't matter much in this friendly. Oh, Thomas. Well, it's in now. Scored by Rajili. Thomas did provide the assist in the end, so weird kind of assist though. Looking at this, he really should have hit the back of the net immediately. And that header by Rajili was just, roughly speaking, targeted towards the goal. That's it. Yeah. It came from a defender, I think. Not sure. Whatever. It gives him a good rating, so hopefully also good morale. And then hopes are he will carry on with it into the real matches, where we actually get some experience. Carrier makes it 4. Then on the Shiva Kumaran. So we do close down a little bit more everywhere. Yeah. Well, playing at home. First of all, let's have a look at Chuchu. Doesn't hit the back of the net. Should have taken the pass. There was nobody to cover the 2 guys at the penalty spot. It depends, I guess, on the opponent who play. Maybe I should do the match preparation in, like, me looking at the stuff and finding out what's an appropriate tactic in more detail. Maybe I should look what the opponent's team, how they are, and what kind of setup fits with their approach. We have different scenarios now. Not so much about the shape, but more about the way we play them. And in a situation like this, obviously attacking is totally fine. On the other hand, I still prefer not conceding to most approaches. So say, for example, we had a 4-3 or something, I would probably try to cope with the defensive side. Almost absolutely unable to hit the back of the net too. Chuchu, you just gotta complain, then he tries even more. Doesn't matter though, it didn't help. That's another corner. No, I think they are both not that great. I only like the personality with Thomas, really. And maybe the fact that it's the meme-ish with his name, but that shouldn't be a big argument. I always think of Mr. Nürnberger that played in Nürnberg for most of his career prior to leaving them. That's probably the biggest loss overall for them. What's happening? Yep. What are you guys doing? What happened there? Mokcha didn't run. He runs for the ball. He has all the time in the world. Carrier has all the time in the world. Okay. I just need to accept this. It's what happens. Whatever, Football Manager is a very realistic game. Mokhtar with a long ball, and that's probably it. Well, still the performances overall have been fine. Preparations are coming along nicely, so now let's have a look at sharpness. Yeah, something like this. But I think in Mokhtar's case, he's not that bad. He's just slow. But I'm not sure what happened there. Bauru has a bruised ankle. Oh, okay. We can live with that, can't we? Also, his development seems to be positive. There's nobody complaining right now. They are moderately happy. We have some team cohesion. Atmosphere could be better, but it also could be pretty much worse. I think I'm somewhat prepared for the season. At least I think I am. So now the question is, are we really? Training ratings certainly could improve. Well, they will. We now have an additional coach. That'll help. He's also a little bit better than the others. I do appreciate the expected goal stats overall. I do not appreciate conceding like this, but I'm not even sure if I should be pissed off with the players. Where's Mokhtar anyway? So obviously he's slow. Obviously he's old. But I'm not sure what happened there. He's not that slow and old. That cannot be the case. This was not a case of acceleration 3 not happening. I don't know. So the first team we play is Manyong City. They play 5-2-2. And we barely know anything about them. One of the two is scouting in Malaysia and the other one doesn't do anything. That's Hussein. So, Mr. Hussein, can you please get out there? He has 31 assignments. What the hell? Oh, that bug got fixed, seems. The countries were not highlighted anymore. That's done. Okay. So we know about Malaysia, a little bit about Sweden, and a little bit about Indonesia. Great. Not that it matters much. We can sign players from Malaysia only anyway.
Hey, yet another member for the fan club.
Are you quite sure it's not a self-help group?
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's fine, man. Have fun cooking, I guess. So he's not good enough. Stream's going well, thank you very much. Everything's fine. So what brings you to the stream? Oh, you play FIFA. So, there's a slight difference between the two games. You can probably spot it. Well, like, I guess 15 years ago or something. I'm not too happy in general with the direction that Electronic Arts went. But that's like a story that is, I guess, a decade old at this point. So, I don't know. It's also, I think it's not my type of game anymore. But there have been so many changes throughout the years. I'm probably not the one to ask. Like, I would need to play, and well, it's just not worth the money for me. Well, so FIFA has career mode, right? I know that much. But Football Manager is, as the name states, a management simulation in the end. Yeah, it does have to do with football, but the football part is, how do I put this? Well, in that case, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Because knowing stuff about football obviously helps in Football Manager, but I would argue it's not so much about football in the end. Like, there's different perspectives on that. Say, for example, there's a few people oh, that's a very tough question. I think I never actually projected that on a player. So, people usually come in here and ask me, what's your favorite club? And I have a hard time answering that too. But having a favorite club is easier in a way. Because I can still answer, well, I like good management, so I also like lost causes in general. So, seen from that perspective, I like clubs that are underdogs but have good management and manage to overachieve, whatever that means. Like, overachieving doesn't need to be winning Champions League. Overachieving can be Heidenheim in the first league in Germany. That's way overachieving given they were in fourth league 20 years ago and they are not some sort of giant that was resurrected. It's really rock bottom club brought to the first league. So that's damn impressive. They probably won't make it to the Champions League anytime soon though. And they are destined to go down again if everything goes according to the way it usually does in football. So, having that with players, what would that be? Somebody that's career has stagnated and that still makes it in a second attempt in the first league or something? Maybe a very professional player, I don't know. Somebody that puts in the hard work and in the end it pays off. But for players, it's so much randomness. How their careers turn out. Like, being a professional footballer is not a reliable career choice after all. It's, you know, like a youth fantasy. So, what made you choose Messi in Argentina? Why these two? They play a route 1 style. Well, that's not good. And it says evenly matched. Ugh. Not sure if I agree with that. There's a poacher on the target forward. The poacher is damn fast, as expected. And the target forward is also damn fast for some reason, and has no jumping reach whatsoever. So they basically play with two poachers. What's their defense? Somewhat fast. Also pretty good defensively. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess obviously you can be excited by a player playing like this or that. Yeah. That's... I think that's fine. It's not like I'm opposed to the choice or something. I just don't know if this is the way I look at things. That makes sense. So let's talk Football Manager for a second. What shall we do with these? So we have two tactics available. Well, actually three. But do we go with a lower defensive line against these or with a higher one? Playing them with a higher defensive line certainly makes us very receptive. You can share whatever you want. Feel free. So, furthest pass forward. Who would be the passer? Azuri. Zakaria is really bad at passing, so probably not. He's good too. So we would need to be sure that Azri as well as Sasik Kumar do not get much possession. We can do this probably more reliable playing attacking football and a higher defensive line. Or attacking football is some sort of possession-based system, isn't it? Yeah. That said, that they'll play like straight into whatever they expect. The alternative is to do the defensive setup. That said, well, Mies criticizes me lately for playing too defensive. So let's try the attacking approach for our first match of the season. Why not? And I'm quite sure that Ankun will play as a playmaker. Wow. Well, disregard that statement. He has no idea how to play an attacking formation. I guess we can do it anyway, but that's quite underwhelming. So we need to wait and see. Maybe it's better if we play the other formation and switch at some point, if it's needed. It's a home match, though. So what's the idea? Feels like you're typing for half an hour. And for everybody else, feel free to ask questions and also welcome to the stream. In case you're new here, let me know what brings you along. It's probably Sealand's video for at least one of you. Oh, water's empty. So I guess we'll use this for a break too. I will be back in a minute. First of all, we're back. Second of all, thank you very much, Anna James. You are number 2 today. That is all you will get. Maybe you'll find something else. That said, thanks for having the conversation at least. I'm not interested though. Good luck with finding a customer, I guess. That's all good and stuff, but really, there's like a dozen people each and every day that want to offer some digital art, and I'm not interested. This stream does not earn money, so I will not do that. And I'm not very receptive to the growth mindset. You gotta invest until it pays off. That's a giant load of bullshit. Coaching quality, I guess we could. Everybody gets a coaching course, just not me. Sure, let's offer a coaching course to everyone but me. We do have the money though. "11 messages. Okay. He will finish his trial with us tomorrow. We don't care. Roslan. Similar. It's recommended to make a formal bid for him. Well, we don't play with wingback, so I'd rather not. Also, he's 20 years old. He is somewhat pacey, but really not a good defender. Oh, he's also from Kuching, so forget about that. Abdullah, also from Kuching. Doesn't matter much, we won't have him. This poacher, not better than what we have, so no. For performance, well, we didn't play any matches yet, other than friendly, so this doesn't matter. Vision. So there's not much to say about club vision in general. The performances on the transfer market apparently are positive to them. Not sure why. This is basically Mies. We sold Willy for 2.3k and we will always miss him apparently. He is a French player with armed forces though. Maybe he wants to come back later on. Who knows? Not yet though. With the tactics, happy with the impact the Park the Bus style had in recent matches. Okay. We are concerned by the number of goals conceded when playing this way. And they are very happy with the support we have. Alright, that's fine. Supporters are not much different. Obviously, they are not that happy with transfer business. By the way, transfer business. So, where does all that happiness come from? With the loanees? Because all of these seem to be regular starters. At least that's the expectation. And well, we don't pay for them, so that's good quality for no money. They are also pretty happy with the bunch of 16-year-olds, it seems. Because due to the monetary value involved, I guess. No coaching course, and no coaching course. Seems like we will not have a coaching course for any of these players. Which means we gotta ask for ourselves, right? We can't. Well... So, let's have a look at training. Mr. Mod Hussein, actually... That's fine. Sophie trains well too. Not sure if this is worth of praises though. Well... I think we'll try. He thinks he's been working hard. So, we'll do the same with Baru, really. Okay. For the others, probably not. That's not good enough. Now, the 33-year-old goalkeeper, Aris, he's just backup anyway. Do we really want to criticize this training on a 33-year-old? Probably not. Because for him, that's... I guess that's fine. He will continue to decline on the physical side, and the rest of it will move up. Kalam, he wants to be a deep-line playmaker. He's 26. No progress whatsoever. And the level of training is not good enough. Okay. You do that. Roslan is 33. I don't think it's worth the criticism anymore. Ismavi, on the other hand, is 25. I expected more. So I'll criticize. Yeah, no, he is an important player to the squad, so that will not stand. Rachili doesn't train well either. I think we had a talk with him recently. Kalahara-san. For a 27-year-old, this is disappointing too. That said, all of this might be due to being in preseason. Calm down. Well, given he's 16 years old, I would have expected more, I guess. Mokhtar's close to being 40. No complaints. Mazarin, as a 21-year-old, I expect more of him, so... Go with that. The 25-year-old primary goalkeeper doesn't train well either. Fazail. He is... Well, he might be an option as a playmaker at some point. Chuchu doesn't train well. He is old, but still he's the leader of the squad. So he has to do better. And as does Thomas. Okay, let's do it. Target. Alright. Let's set a target for Thomas. I do not want him to learn a new trade. neither in a new position, and neither in a new role. So we will put a training target up. And given that he's at 6 right now, we'll just set this at 6.5. And then... Nah, he's a professional. Let's put it at 7. So hopefully he will get there. And if he makes it to that training target, we promise him to play him. Will guarantee future. What is will guarantee future? What did I just promise? Apparently nothing. Maybe it will show up later. I guess you will have a future at this club if you train well. That makes sense. If he trains well, he will probably develop. So then I can guarantee he has a future at the club. Otherwise, he doesn't. We should probably do that more often. Seems like it shifted morale quite a bit. He was in perfect morale for a second there. Alright, that's player of the week. Apparently there was a match already. 5-4. Wow. Here's some selection advice, and then we will go to the match. Okay, so that's tomorrow. I need to take some time to figure out the lineup. So, I know I've been in the kitchen quite recently, but I need to do a bathroom break too. Theory. Alrighty. So, what do we have here? Okay, we have 2 fast-paced strikers. So Maktar is probably the one to stay at home, that's for sure. Carrier is not that fast either. but he's still a better choice than Mokhtar. Safri, a little bit faster. Not by much, though. I guess Safri could play, but there's also the reasonable choice to go with his Mavi. Now, we didn't play him as a central defender recently, but why not? We could do that. He's not used to it anymore, but we trained him on it, and well, it's not his natural position actually, but it's still better than not playing him there, I guess. And so we could do is Mavi as well as Kalai Harasan. That would cope with their pace, and we'll bring along Safri on the bench. That's just fast defenders. Also, these are pretty good in general, so shouldn't be much problem. What else? We do not really face wingers, so seen from that perspective, we will need to play this tactic though, given that we are pretty unfamiliar with the attacking one. Yeah, pretty damn unfamiliar. So let's have some time on the training ground for the attacking tactic. Ankun is not up for debate. Given that Ismavi plays in central defense, we will need somebody else in defensive midfield, so I guess that's Sofi's job. Sofi is not that familiar with the tactic yet, but his overall skill level is fine. He should be able to cope with most of what's happening on the pitch. And, well, I just trust the guy. Well, let's see how it goes. Also, we brought the low knees to play them, not to let them sit on a bench all the time. Alright, who else? So, Thomas is in perfect morale. Welcome back, sir. I hope your food turned out exactly my thought for a second. Well, if you were Johann Sebastian Bach, though, I would be pretty impressed. So, in the attacking department, I actually think some pace is fine too. Oh. You want to share? What kind of food will it be? Hussein is pretty fast and he has decent crossing. We are concerned with the pace in general, given that we play a team that plays Route 1 style. So counter-attacks will usually be way misplaced, but pace might make up for it. So that's a thing. He also has good tackling and good crossing. I do not care that much about the positioning and marking in general. Oh, not bad. So, good luck. Hopefully it's pretty tasty. Roslan's pretty slow. I'd rather not play him in left back. Dicky is pretty fast. Felt Italian. Well, but Mazrin is the fastest of them all. So I think we'll bring Mazrin. Also, decent crossing on both of them. We will probably need that. We need a pinpoint cross, basically, to put it in the back of the net. Up front. So let's have a look at the central defenders again. We're up here. Positioning and marking's pretty good. Jumping, not so much. On him. On that guy, it's basically the same. Also, he has 12 points of pace. And we know absolutely nothing about this one. So, we might stand a chance to outjump him or whatever if we had a tall striker. Now, obviously, we have Target Boy, but he's with the under 19 squad. And we probably need to outwit that defense, first and foremost. Given that Red Chili is pretty fast, also has good anticipation on off-the-ball movement, I think we can play Red Chili. 5.7 rating. And ouch. How's Hasnan's? It's on 6 point. I think I will still go with Rachili actually. And Hasnan can come along, be on the bench. If Rachili doesn't perform well, never mind. We'll play Hasnan. We'll just play Hasnan due to familiarity with the tactic. That's a primary concern here. The rest can be on the training ground until they have some familiarity. We will not play Choo-Choo though. I think with this formation we need specifically wingers. We need width. So, seen from that perspective, I don't have much of a concern with this one. Have a look at the wingbacks too. He's pretty fast, but not that threatening on the attack. Crossing 7 is not that bad. But overall, I would argue, also defensively, somewhat questionable. And Mustafa, pretty fast too. Same argument. A little bit more on the defensive side if I... yeah. So it's primarily the right side that is not very good defensively. Do we have a right winger that is a damn good dribbler? Well, he has 10 points of dribbling. And Shaya Selan still has 8. He is a bit slow. On the other hand, his passing, first touch and all that, that's really reliable. So we'll play him first, bring Baru on the bench. Also Choo-Choo, most likely. Choo-Choo can play both wings. So Baru is also not in shape here. I guess we could leave him at home, bring along Choo-Choo. So, attacking midfield. Yeah, I get that point. Yeah, I got that. Taib's off the ball movement is really inexistent. He is pacey, but that's about it. I don't think that will matter much in this game. Thomas off the ball movement is slightly better, but no anticipation. Passing's shit though. So, which of the two bad ones do we take? I guess we take Thomas, just because he's in perfect morale. This is not about me favoring Thomas all the time now this time. Okay? This is just about the morale. We got him into this morale by setting training targets. So, which reminds me, is there a promise attached to this now? No. We promise him to have a future at the club at all if he achieves a certain training target. Does this show anywhere here? Should show somewhere. Here, player targets. Achieve an average training rating of 7.0. Yeah, why not? He is a somewhat okayish finisher, quite contrary to what he showed throughout the friendlies. So maybe that's a thing, sure. Also, I like to play with Shadow Strikers anyway. But for now, I'll leave him like this. And who knows, maybe we get a result prior to making changes. So maybe we don't need to. Parsi's crossing, dribbling, acceleration, and stuff are always threatening on the pitch. He's also a very consistent performer. So from that perspective, I have no doubts about that. We'll just play him. Okay, so we need a right back. I guess that's Amran. Why not? Not that pacey, but he does have decent crossing and stuff. It's fine, man. It's fine. Also, food has priority, obviously. Roslan's pretty damn slow. I actually think we will bring along Dicky this time. I just also want to develop Dicky, so there's that. We do need somebody that can do defensive midfield and playmaker-ish. So who would that be? Well, defensive midfield will be hard to determine. We have a central defender on the bench though, and Ismavi can be pushed forward. So there's that. And then there's 3 choices for a playmaker basically. But Suleiman is probably the best choice that we have. So we'll bring Suleiman. Now, we also had Killeen. Killeen is a better passer. Well, I also think we should bring along Taib, just in case we need to stop off Thomas. And in Baru's case, I'm not so sure. Will we need to sub off more than one winger? Maybe. But we can bring along Killeen. So in case we need to sub both wingers, Ankun can move forward and do the job there. So that's a bit of a weird setup on the bench, but it should be possible. I don't have a strong opinion on that. I'm not sure if it is better though. Is this what we're going for? So I do not know enough about football in general to determine if this is a good approach or a bad approach. But in case you have a minute, let me talk about it for a second. So I know that in football in general, the shape of the team as a whole, and in defense it moves to the right and to the left, right? So if there's some defending going on without much pressing, the team moves on the pitch. And one of the more dangerous situations for the defending team is if the attacking team has, say, a wide back or somebody that can play long diagonal passes, right? Because these are hard to defend. Say the team is on the left side, like there. Then there's a long ball to the right. Then there's a lot of space there. So this is why this is dangerous. I don't know. There's somebody in particular that is known for that. It's usually defensive midfielders or central defenders that are really good with long balls. You can probably think of a few. I guess Mats Hummels, but really Hummels is able to do a lot more. So I'm not sure if this is what he's known for. Boateng was able to pull these off too, if I recall correctly. So this seems to be part of a tactic. So my thought process here was, RC will usually be on the left, and Ankun is more on the right. So if Ankun is more on the right, the team will probably try to press our right side, so the left side will be deserted, and this is where RC belongs. I guess it's a trade-off between space in wide areas and precision of the pass. Because if he's closer, he will probably play a more precise pass, given that it's shorter. It will be easier to pull off. But the winger will probably have more space if we put it on like this. So it can both work. It's the best that I can think of right now. Like, if the player has no passing ability, it will definitely be better if he plays on the left. He does have decent passing ability though. That's why he's a playmaker after all. Maybe it needs the 13 points of passing of Killeen. I have no idea, man. I think it's a valid input. That's for sure. For a possession-based system, for example, maybe it's better if it's closer. Because well, on the other hand, the argument can be made both ways, I think. I have no idea. But I very much appreciate the feedback. I just don't know. So, if anybody out there knows, or if you know me, feel free to share. Also, chocolate. Very important. Okay, the expectation is that we attempt to avoid relegation? What? What? The expectation was way more. The expectation is that we attempt to avoid relegation, it seems. So, whatever we achieve on top of that, pretty much a plus. I thought it was mid-table. Where did I get that? Yeah, I'm not interested in this guy either. And Jaron Nullett is hoping for a positive start, even though he's not here. Maybe. Maybe. Or, I don't know. The board had a look at my transfer history and said, well, he sold all the players that were worth the effort. So now we don't have any money, and we don't have decent players. So fuck that. Let's just not get relegated. To be fair, that's not the worst choice. We will probably do an entire revamp of the squad. Well, the rest of it. Throughout the season, so if we have some time, why not? 34-year-old defender. Thanks, I'm not interested. This guy, though, is pretty decent, to say the least. An 18-year-old striker with 13 points of acceleration and pace. Decent. That's good. Hell, he might even do as a target forward at one point. Nah, probably not with that bravery. Still, I think that's pretty good. And this is another guy named Roslan. He is wanted and listed for loan. Shall we explain a Roslan for a Roslan? This one's on a non-contract anyway. Obviously, he doesn't play the position yet. So we would need to re-educate him. On the other hand, physicals seem to be fine. He will probably be able to cope for his mistakes in defense, somewhat. And playing him as a left defender. The biggest problem here is we will probably not be able to sign him on a permanent basis, and the personality. That's it. He's better than Mazrin, even. At least according to the star rating. Where's Mazrin? Yeah, it's more or less the same. So, Mazrin counts as a future prospect. We can do with him whatever we want. We'll try this, won't we? They want money for him. Never mind. Never mind. We do not have any money. We are poor. Also. Apparently scouting opposition matches is something that is very uncommon in the Football Manager community. Don't know why. I will always scout the matches of my opponents, just to get some player knowledge. Oh. So, as long as we don't lose, we will not be dead last. Okay. Can we have team talk for the start of into the season? Like, no expectations. Don't feel too pressured. Come on. React. We know. He's player of the week, apparently, for some reason. And everybody expects us to draw. Alright. So, I do team talk rarely anyway. Where is it? Let's have a team meeting? No, we haven't. No team meeting today! What else? Can we praise their conduct or something? So, none of them can have a yellow card so far. Which means we can praise all of them for morale management. And most likely nobody will care. But it should give them a little positive push. And in aggregate, that might be fine. Just gotta be careful not to praise anything else. And obviously we cannot do this next week. But hopes are. We get this, well, we get a positive result now. After praising all of this conduct stuff. And the positive result on the pitch results in additional positive morale. So after the match, they will be in a good mood for the cup match that is a few days later. That's basically the concept. We try to get the rock rolling, and afterwards, just keep it rolling. Even the youngster. Why not? Some of them will probably also be pretty happy to be on the pitch at all. Is Mavi. Yeah, and after the match, obviously we can also praise the match performance or, well, criticize it if it's appropriate. That said, criticism didn't go down well with players so far. We had some trouble with them last season. Maybe that's not a good idea. The Kalaihara-san. There should be something on the keyboard to use the quick flicks. That would be much easier. Or maybe even a praise all button. That would be great. I do not think this is the way it is intended to be played, though. Lone play, the lone player, the lone goalkeeper, if I'm not mistaken. Mokhtar, well, Mr. Mokhtar, your training's been shit. But I think, well, morale is positive. Rajili. Roslan. With which one did we start out? Apparently not with Suleiman. Just praise everybody's conduct. Yep, even Taib's. Thomas is in perfect morale anyway. Ideal. Apparently we started with Ideal. Did we? Yeah, okay. So we got them all. That hopefully had a little positive impact. Now we can watch the game. So we are expected not to get relegated. I really think that changed. Season ticket sales. That's an improvement of about 5%. Not too bad. Could have been way worse. Also, if we continue to improve like this, we will be rich. I don't know. In 100 years. Maybe. Club atmosphere in general seems pretty good. They support me for some reason. Not sure why. Wage budget is way below 2k at this point. That's not bad either. Alright. So. It says here we should probably make the unfit players available for the under 21s. Automatically? I'm not so sure. But I guess, yeah, why not? Let's do that. Don't care. It says we should distribute to center backs. Is this appropriate in this formation? What kind of distribution do we do? And so distribution to the center backs doesn't make much sense to me. In fact, I think we should go to the fullbacks instead. So if we distribute towards center backs, there's the risk that a striker's approach. If we distribute towards, well, if we distribute towards the fullbacks, first of all, either the strikers will need to go to run outside. In that situation, the fullbacks will have an easy time to find a passing target. If the central midfielders come up, usually the fullbacks should have no problem finding a passing target in defensive midfield in general, or even the attacking midfielder for some weird reason. And well, if the wingback closes down our fullback / wingbacks, then there's a place for the winger. So that's dangerous to do. I guess overall I'm okay with the fullbacks having the ball in distribution situations. So this striker's pretty dangerous. That said, his anticipation is not that high. His jumping reach is pretty bad, his strength is pretty bad, his composure is pretty bad. Dribbling is okay though. I think we will trigger the press on him, that's it. I do not want to tackle him hard due to the dribbling. His dribbling is a little bit worse. Sadly, his well, the bravery is low, but jumping reach and strength are somewhat okay. And this is the one that is also the target. I guess it should be the one that is the target forward, but it isn't. So for some reason they changed it. Not sure why. In general, though, this is an acceptable striker, I think. With the exception of, you know, the length of the name. All that stuff with the character limit and so on and so forth. We close him down. Azri. Azri is a good passer. He has really low off the ball movement though. Jumping reach is also pretty low, same as strength. Bravery is low, dribbling is low. That's a case of a tight mark for me. And also hard tackling. In general, we should stand a good chance of either following him off the pitch or marking him pretty tightly. He is somewhat fast, but that's like mostly everyone. This guy's passing is better. Off the ball movement. Well, similarly bad. Dribbling and bravery low. Same case. I also, I forgot Azri has one weak foot. A very weak one. So let's utilize that. Wingback, left-footed. Bravery and composure is pretty bad. Dribbling's pretty bad. Close him down and tackle him hard. I think that's the way to go. Defensive midfielder. Passing's pretty good. Sadly. Dribbling's low. Bravery's low. So, for the three-man midfield, mark him tightly, tackle him hard. They just don't have the attributes to cope with, a decent tackle. So hopefully we'll get that done. He's a little bit better, sadly. So we will only close him down. There's nobody with a really weak foot here. And on the central defender side, I don't know. I just don't know. This guy's passing is pretty bad. So we can probably not mark him tightly at all. That doesn't make much sense. His dribbling, bravery, and strength are pretty low though. So, yeah, let's go with that. And in the case of Azar, his dribbling's pretty low. No passing skill whatsoever. So definitely not a case of a tight mark. Anything with the goalkeeper. Communication's pretty bad. So counter-attacking situations facing him or his defense, that might work. Handling's pretty low, so he might drop the ball. Why not? And, well, passing skill and so on, not that good either. So maybe we can argue close him down. Trigger the press on him. How's his composure? Inexistent. Team selection as instructed. I'm not sure about the crossing. We do play whip crosses. They have decent jumpers in comparison to Kaznan, that's for sure. So, go. These all need numbers. We don't care. Alright. They are confident with the tactical shape. And formation. Shorter passing seems to be a good fit, at least according to them. Amran, he basically likes the fact that his stamina is used. Ideal is just happy that he plays. Well, to be fair, he's better with the goalkeeper, isn't he? His one-on-one skills is one though, so sure. And Hasnan is pretty happy that he can play as a coach. Okay. Let's see where this is going. First match of the season. This will determine where we will go this entire season, I think. Obviously it won't, but still. Good start is always important. We'll go with revenge, won't we? Always. Everybody's nervous though, so okay. Well, not everybody. They seem to be motivated. Those that are inspired or motivated, that does not feel like they are very nervous. So I will tell them that I have faith. And for the other ones here, I will try to ease the pressure. Let's have a look at this again. Jaya Salan, this is his debut, even though he's 37. Sophie, well, he's nervous, it clearly says. Ismavi shouldn't be nervous. Azri. So I guess these two, they have a reason to be nervous because they're young. He has a reason to be nervous because it's his debut. Ismavi wouldn't have any reason to be nervous. I'll do it anyway. And let's just see how it turns out. So, Jaya Salan is too old to be nervous, apparently. That's routine for him, making a debut. And Raman Ismavi didn't care. That said, didn't go bad in either of the cases. Sophie's case, though, as well as Harsi's, that made sense. Now they are relaxed. So that's not bad. Got that. I should probably look into this from time to time and just know about their form and stuff. Prior to giving them a talk. So. Let's give this guy the hand. And then we'll go. That's the start of the season for us. Nice. And as you can see, wingbacks are on their way forward already. So there should be a lot of opportunities for crosses from deep. And in general, I think we should go down the wings. Ignore Thomas in the middle, if that makes sense. Now, if he can find some space, like in this situation, why not? Sophie... That's not a bad ball. Chaya Seland just didn't feel like running. Seems. We have... well, 50% possession. They don't want it. We don't want it. Doesn't matter much. Modhusian, this is not offside, I think, for Hasnan. Oh, that was close. It was offside. That's it. We can also try to walk the ball into the box, I think, in this situation. As it says here. Remain patient, not force the issue. I think this is one of these situations. Well defended. RC on the ball. That's a little bit misplaced for Mazarin. RC again. Finds Thomas. Mazarin. Alaihara-san. Decent ball for Hussein. Jaya Stellan. Fine. Ismavi. Jaya Stellan. So, this is what I imagine retained possession looks like, at least for now. Hopefully it will not be the central defender that plays a long ball after all in the end. Ankun. Decent pass. Thomas. Also decent. Hasnan. Not so decent, but whatever, it's a shot. What happened with the goalkeeper there? Pravin Kumar. Baharudin. They don't have good passing and it shows. Hasnan. Hasnan skips past the defender. Hasnan. Come on, Hasnan. How? That would have been the chance to win this game. Definitely. That's a good interception. Oh, that shot was ways out, but it was somewhat dangerous. Everybody feels encouraged, it seems. Sophie, Mod Hussein. Mod Hussein with a cross from deep. And Azar, and we get a corner. So we practiced those. We even set them up. Maybe we'll get a result with a corner. He certainly knows how to play a cross. Didn't matter though. Parsi That's outside. So for now, our expected goals is 10 times the opposition's. That's sad. We gotta get that one into the back of the net. At their receiving end. RC takes the corner from the right side. Not too bad. That's another one. Maybe working ball into the box took some chances out of the match in general. Does not seem like we retained possession that much. It is way better than the last friendly though. Oh no. Ah. That hit the outside of the post, it says. Well. He's apprehensive, Mr. Sophie. Didn't expect nervousness from the lone players. That's yet another long shot. I think we can still praise them. Some of them just don't react. Ankun, the free kick from deep. It should go towards a good header. Went towards Hosnan though. Well intercepted by Mazrin. So with slower defenders, maybe we would have faced a lot more counter-attacking opportunities. Not sure. Percy, Sophie, Thomas. That's not the vision and the passing skill I was hoping for. Ankun. That's a good pass. Sadly, the shot got blocked. RC takes a corner, and that's floated for sure. And that will probably go out? No, it doesn't. So, I'm not really happy with this. It says we put a good performance on the pitch, but I don't think so. We'll try to fire them up. Most of them are pretty motivated. Not sure if they have some confidence, but I'd rather not touch him now. He is motivated already. We'll tell those that have 6.6 rating or below that this is not good enough. It just isn't. And for the rest of them, we will encourage them on top of that. Hopefully that helps. Some of them seem to be inspired / motivated or both. Hussein, though, appeared interested. That's as much as we get. Sadly, we didn't intercept that. Seems like they play a patient passing game on top of that. So, that's how they retain possession, most likely. There's a cross from deep. Jaya Selan, we take those. It's fine. Nice cross by Masrin. Perfect. Just what we needed. From a throw-in. And that's a goal-scoring first match for Jaya Selan. At the age of 37, I think. How's this jumping and heading, by the way? Have a look at this. Jumping is 7, heading is 4. Oh. We got lucky? Ankun, nice tackle. Baharudin, Azri. Well defended. I think we'll take off the work ball into the box now. They will need to push up a little bit higher. Or at least try to make the game. Hussein. Well, you could also have controlled the ball, man. Mr. Hussein. Well done. There, set on. Thirsty Kumar. Not much happened. There's even a chance. It's ideal towards the fullback as instructed. Hussein. Well, the central defender is always available, but he just goes down the wing. Another cross from deep. I guess that would have worked. If Hasnan had a run at all. Didn't though. Have a look at their formation again. Still playing the same way. Everybody's frustrated by the feedback. Mustafa. There's a cross from deep. And Hussein is forced into a header. The amount of chances is pretty even. Quality of chances is definitely on our side so far. Mustafa. Well defended. Thomas headed out of the penalty area. So let's have a look at the scene, and afterwards we will probably sub on some players. Via Celan. Not the fastest guy on the wing, that's for sure. That was not the intent though, start of this match. Ankun. Pretty decent pass, that would have been offside. Avang Fati. Goes him down. It's another long shot. What a bad one. 30 minutes left to play. Oh. What's with the sorting? Okay, so Sophie is nervous. We do have central defenders on the pitch. He's also not on the pitch, on the bench. He's also nervous. Suleiman has decent tackling though. You know what? We'll bring out Suleiman for Sophie. So the nervous guy can go off. There is also a few players that are somewhat tired and don't have a really great performance. I have a hard time figuring out which one we want to sub on right now, or sub off. Chuchu is in pretty good morale. Jay Salan is pretty old. That said, he is convinced, and apparently his condition is pretty good right now. So why not? Has a good match. RC on the other hand, well. I don't think we need to sub him off just yet though. And this is his debut. Yeah, he was nervous. So that's good. Hopefully it will translate to a decent performance. He is delighted to make his debut. Alright. Zakaria, this is no good. Mustafa, Zakaria again. Would have been intercepted. So, I guess we praise the entirety of the team, given that we are 1 goal up. Probably a bit much. Yes, It is a bit much. He's frustrated. He's confused. Safa, Mazarin, Thomas, Ankun. Oh, Ankun. What about a decent long shot? His long shots is 8. Could have scored. That's fine. Hussein, Mavi, what Hussein again. Fire Selan. Decent passing. Is Mavi. Fire Selan. Can you please just find this Mavi again? Yes, we can. Is Mavi with a long ball for Masrin? That's the way to do things. Certainly got him out of shape for a second. RC, Sulaiman, Masrin, Sulaiman, Masrin. Thomas gets tackled. That's not good. Kumar, we should be in shape. We aren't. Easy to defend though. Thomas's header is shit. Baharudin with a cross from deep. Well, it was not about the pace this time. That's for sure. So that was his Mavi's fault, wasn't it? We could have closed this guy down, but I think the biggest concern is that in this situation, first and foremost, is Mavi doesn't win the duel. Against the target forward, that can happen. He loses his man. That's not good either. But also the wingbacks. I think this is my fault. In this kind of formation... Hi, Mies, welcome back. In this kind of formation, I think we should have marked him tightly. And this is just my bad. Or maybe not tightly, but marked specifically with the wingers. The wingers do not help in defense. So, that's not good. Now, we still have a central defender on the bench. I think he can come on for Ismavi. Also, I want the other striker on the pitch. And, well, we still have an additional stoppage, but really I don't want that one. I guess we'll put on a third man too. Say... No problem with Ankun. Let the captain play through, I think. He's fine so far. So, Taib maybe? Or Thomas? He's apprehensive. There's a lot of stuff here. Most of them are nervous, so that's definitely a learning. Mazrin, Harsi, Kalaharasan, Ankun. We do have decent passing in defensive midfield. In general, given these two are on the pitch. Maybe that's a combination that we should play more often. Jaya Salan loses the ball. But Thomas with the tackle. Not bad. Jaya Salan. Ankun. Still the old guy, old players on the pitch. Hussein. Hussein with a cross from deep. Asnan. Well, very low grade chance. We did sub some players on. Baharudin. Intercepted by Rachili. Ankun. Suleiman. Don't lose the ball. Ankun. Kalaharasan. To the left. Mazrin. And now the pass maybe? No. Suleiman. Mazrin, Kalaharasan, and Mazrin again. Mazrin. Taib. That's not a nice pass. Hussein. Salan. The free Just with a long ball for RC though. And that's a corner. So, 8 minutes to go. Do I really want to sub on the last player now? Not sure. Masren seems to be in a pretty bad mood. The free, oh, not too bad. That was a decent chance. Will encourage the remainder of the team. That worked for most of them, it seems. Come on, guys, you can do this. That guy's pretty fast. Didn't work this time though. Got, well, Harrison got lucky, I guess. Afandi. That was an important save. That looked a bit weird. And, well, the quality of the chances is definitely on their side now. This is just due to this one chance, though, that we conceded. They were really clinical with that one. That's too late now. Damn. Oh, come on. Let's bring on Chucha. For Horsey. Yeah. You have 2.5 minutes to score a goal. Go out there and do it. It's another corner. So, not this time, it seems. And Hussein seems to be annoyed by the fact that we encourage the team. Mazrin. That should be the match. No idea what happened in between, but overall that should be the Afandi. Hazar. Harrison. They had another chance. That's not as instructed, sir. Does work though. So we get a point. Given that we are relegation candidates, I think that's fine. We shouldn't have given away that chance though. That was really bad. I don't like that. I think we got a result though, and we didn't play well, so this is acceptable. At least we didn't lose. And I think challenging them too much, given that everybody is anxious and nervous all the time, they need confidence. So we need to support them getting confidence, I guess. So we'll let them be happy. That's okay. Even though I think they need to be challenged, it just won't work. They need to be confident first. Also, we didn't concede that much. One goal. The defending in general was fine with the exception of that one goal, so I'm not too worried. I will be worried about the cup game though. So this all is good. This is a bit lackluster. Maybe have some overall training. And similarly here, there's no match on Sunday here. Might as well include one, don't we? That's the under 19. Pictures. Can we? Currently we can't. Well, there's not that much space here. So, but they have a lot of match. Overall, this is fine. Yeah. So we had basically similar possession. According to the expected goals, we deserve to lose this in the end. The draw was a pretty okay result, though. We just gave him this one really great chance. Otherwise, the expected goals would be 0-7, 0-7 to 0-2 or something. It really was just about that one chance. Shots overall, they had a lot of long shots. And we tried to work the ball into the box. Maybe that was overdoing it, not sure. A few players made a debut. Don't care much about that. Not like I can do anything. So, but we already know Saints had a pretty good debut. Against this formation, maybe working ball into the box was not a good idea. I also think against this formation, it's vital that I instruct Harsey as well as the other winger to cover the wingbacks. I didn't do that. So they should work defensively. That, or if we want to create more chances, I think going attacking obviously works too. I didn't want to do that due to the lack of tactical familiarity this time out. Not sure if you were around back when I mentioned that. I was actually willing to go attacking, but just have a look at it. Like, the familiarity goes down everywhere. So, in particular, the mentality they're competent only. Triggering the press is no good. I don't like that very much if I'm faced with a team that is good at counter-attacking. So, given that these two were pretty fast, I think it went okay. Now, creating more chances. The chances that we did create were created from the wide areas, which is fine. So we could have, for example, put these two on support so that they go forward more often. He's instructed to cross more often too. And to be fair, he did. That's why how we scored. The whipped crosses, I'm not sure if they have a good effect. Maybe lower crosses would have been a good idea here. I don't know though. There's a few things in general that come to mind that could have gone better. I do like the fact that Suleiman is able to play as some sort of defensive player too, even though his strength is really, really low. But if it comes to it, he can play a defender a defensive midfielder from time to time, with improved reliability in passing. So there's that. Yeah. So we still have the time for the cup game, but to be honest, I'm pretty damn tired. Week was exhausting. So I think I will wrap up the stream here. I hope that's alright with you. And to be fair, I most likely I will have time for another stream tomorrow or on Sunday. Well, and or. So maybe that will happen. That said, for now I need to hit a sack. Like I'm absolutely tired. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had good food, Mies. And well, we started with a draw into the season. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Could have been much worse, given that we are expected to get relegated. Obviously, you have your own opinion. Disagree with that. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.